Lul Tim had already spoken about a similar situation with 6ix9ine a few years back, and that story is now catching attention again. Before King Von tragically lost his life in 2020 during an incident in Atlanta, he and 6ix9ine were already at odds. Even now, 6ix9ine continues to bring up Von's name in interviews, most recently on Vlad TV, where he mentioned that Lul Tim allegedly took $10,000 from him without ever finishing a song. According to Lul Tim, though, his side of the story sounded a lot different. He once claimed he actually made around $60,000 from the whole situation. Reportedly, they linked up in the studio through mutual connections, but Tim supposedly dipped out after receiving his payment and never planned to record the verse. From Tekashi's version, he said he wanted Tim to appear on a King Von diss track called Jine after Von's passing. He claims the label even funded a trip to Savannah for it, but the track never came out because of clearance problems. It's said that Lul Tim never signed the final paperwork after getting paid, which 6ix9ine claims was around $10,000. The deal was reportedly supposed to total $20,000, but since no documents were signed, the rest of the payment never went through. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine hasn't slowed down with his ongoing drama in the rap world. One of the biggest tensions involves Lil Durk, who was very close to King Von. Tekashi even posted what he claimed were private DMs between him and Durk, showing them throwing playful shots at each other and trading sarcastic remarks online. As time went on, 6ix9ine started calling out even more names in hip-hop. He spoke on Young Thug's legal situation and mentioned other Atlanta artists like YFN, Lucci, and Gunna, stirring up attention once again and keeping his name in the mix of the city's biggest rap conversations. At the end of the day, it's clear that controversy keeps Tekashi's name buzzing. He seems to thrive off these situations, and as wild as it gets, the attention never seems to fade. Whether this drama finally settles down or more voices jump in remains to be seen. It might calm down soon, but knowing how fast things move in hip-hop, that's not too likely. After all this talk resurfaced, fans quickly dug up old interviews and live streams where Lul Tim joked about the same deal. He said back then that 6ix9ine was trying to use his name to get more views, and that he simply played along to make some quick cash. The internet ran wild with it, debating whether Tim actually pulled off one of the smartest moves or just added fuel to a never-ending feud. People online also pointed out how both of them love controversy, one for attention, the other for revenge. And with 6ix9ine constantly poking at sensitive topics, it's no surprise this old story blew up again. Even though years have passed since King Von's passing, his name keeps getting dragged into new headlines every time these two cross paths. Behind the scenes, some insiders claim 6ix9ine's team wanted to reignite old beefs for publicity before a new project. That's why his comments about Von, Lul Tim, and even Lil Durk started surfacing again around the same time. It's a familiar pattern. Create noise, drop music, watch the views spike. But this time, things hit differently. Fans are tired of hearing Von's name being used for clout, and even people outside his circle are calling for respect. Many feel like 6ix9ine's approach crossed a line, turning genuine loss into online entertainment. Still, Tekashi seems unfazed, keeping his strategy the same: stir up buzz and keep people talking. What's crazy is that even though 6ix9ine often finds himself in conflict, he still manages to stay relevant. Every time people think the attention will fade, he drops another story, another video, another headline. Some say he's a marketing genius, others think he's playing a dangerous game. Meanwhile, Lul Tim's situation hasn't been simple either. After all the public attention he got from the incident in 2020, many believed he would step away from the spotlight. But instead, his name keeps resurfacing. Whether through music rumors, interviews, or being mentioned in drama, he didn't even start. Both he and Tekashi seem locked in an odd cycle of fame and controversy that just won't stop. As fans debate who's telling the truth, both camps stay quiet about what really went down with that $10,000. Some believe Tekashi exaggerated the story for clicks, while others think Lul Tim saw an opportunity and took advantage of it. Either way, the situation turned into another viral moment that reminded everyone how unpredictable this industry can be. The internet detectives didn't waste time either, pulling up receipts, old tweets, and old studio footage to figure out who's capping, but no one has confirmed anything official. Still, that hasn't stopped the story from spreading like wildfire, with both names trending again across rap blogs and social media pages. Even as all this unfolds, there's a deeper layer: the ongoing divide between the new generation of rappers and the ones trying to protect what's left of the old street code. 6ix9ine represents chaos and publicity, while people like Lul Tim became symbols of loyalty and consequence depending on who you ask. It's a culture clash that keeps rap audiences divided. The tension in the scene feels heavier than ever. From Atlanta to New York, every interview or diss seems to restart another argument online. Fans love the entertainment, but insiders worry that all this back and forth could turn real again. Nobody wants to see more pain come from what started as music beefs. With all eyes back on 6ix9ine and Lul Tim, some artists have started stepping in to calm the situation down. A few producers even mentioned they were around when the supposed studio session happened, and they say it was all business, nothing more. But that hasn't stopped fans from spinning the story into something much bigger. Social media turned it into a full-on debate. Was 6ix9ine really scammed, or did he just fail to secure the paperwork? Everyone's got their version, and every post keeps the buzz going. In the rap world, perception is everything, and both artists know that staying in the headlines, even for the wrong reasons, means staying relevant. As of now, there's still no solid proof about who's right, but both sides clearly benefited from the drama. 6ix9ine's name started trending again, his old interviews resurfaced, and fans flooded his pages with mixed reactions. Lul Tim also gained attention, with people revisiting his music and trying to read between the lines of every lyric. It's a strange kind of publicity, messy but effective. Each time this story comes back, it reminds everyone how blurred the line between real life and entertainment has become in hip-hop. One thing's for sure though, neither Tekashi nor Lul Tim seems ready to stop feeding the spotlight just yet. The story keeps twisting, and the internet keeps watching every move they make. What's wild is how every time 6ix9ine stirs something up, the entire internet instantly reacts. Blogs, fan pages, and even rappers who have nothing to do with the situation start chiming in. It's like his name alone can spark a full conversation in seconds. Some fans say that's the power of controversy, while others think it's just proof he'll never stop chasing headlines. As for Lul Tim, he's been moving quiet but strategic. Every time his name trends, his followers jump and his streams go up. People might not realize it, but even without saying much, he's playing the game just as smart. Both of them know exactly how to keep the attention going, even when nobody asked for it. Meanwhile, fans haven't forgotten how all this started, with King Von's tragic passing still at the heart of the tension. For many, bringing Von's name into publicity stunts feels disrespectful, especially when emotions are still raw. Yet the internet's short memory keeps letting the same drama repeat. One post goes viral, a few people react, and suddenly the same old argument starts again. What's interesting is how younger fans who didn't even follow the story back then are now getting pulled into it. They're learning the details through clips and interviews years later, turning the past into brand new content for today's generation. It's proof that in this digital age, nothing ever truly fades away. Industry insiders say this kind of drama shows how blurred the line between music and marketing has become. These moments, the alleged $10,000 deal, the interviews, the tweets, all keep names trending, and that's exactly what labels want. In a world where clicks mean money, every scandal turns into free promotion. But fans are starting to catch on. They can see when a situation is being stretched for attention, and they're calling it out more than ever. Still, even with people exposing the strategy, it somehow keeps working. That's the wild part. The same people complaining about the drama are the same ones watching every update. Behind the scenes, a few producers claim they've seen this all before. Artists creating mini scandals before dropping something new. It's an old trick that still works in today's algorithm-driven world. Whether it's a leaked DM, a misunderstood interview, or a sudden online argument, it's all designed to keep people talking nonstop. 6ix9ine, being the master of shock value, knows that better than anyone. And while he may not admit it, these little storms keep him in the game. On the other hand, Lul Tim's silence works just as well. The mystery keeps fans guessing, which is powerful in its own way. As it stands now, the situation between 6ix9ine and Lul Tim has become more than just an argument. It's a case study in how modern fame works. Both of them found a way to turn chaos into currency, attention into relevance. Whether people love them or dislike them, everyone's still watching. The rap world thrives on stories like this, unpredictable, messy, and full of layers. Each new detail sparks another debate, another headline, another theory. And while nobody knows when it'll finally die down, one thing's certain: the mix of ego, business, and online power keeps making the same cycle repeat again and again. Now the spotlight's shifting again. Fans are starting to dig into old connections between 6ix9ine, Durk, and other Chicago artists. Some say 6ix9ine intentionally keeps mentioning Von's name just to get a reaction from Durk's circle. It's like he knows exactly which buttons to press to make headlines every single time. But while the trolling might bring attention, it's also reopening old wounds for people still grieving. Social media is mixed. Some call it clever marketing. Others say it's crossing personal boundaries. Either way, it's working because every new mention pulls in millions of views. Tekashi seems to understand that in today's world, even backlash is a form of currency. Meanwhile, Lul Tim's camp has stayed mostly quiet, but that silence is powerful. Instead of clapping back online, he's letting the audience do the talking for him. Every time 6ix9ine brings him up, fans rush to defend him, calling it unnecessary drama. That kind of loyalty keeps his name alive without him saying a single word. Behind the scenes, a few sources claim Tim's working on new music, something that could finally shift the focus away from the past. If that's true, the timing couldn't be better. All this buzz might turn into momentum when the next drop hits. Whether it's planned or not, the drama's putting him right back in the spotlight. What's also catching attention is how fast narratives change online. One week, everyone's calling 6ix9ine out. The next, they're quoting him again. It's like people can't decide whether to cancel him or keep him trending. That constant cycle keeps him from ever fading out completely. It's a strange balance between outrage and curiosity. The same goes for Lul Tim. Even when he's not doing interviews or posting clips, the blogs still bring his name up every time a new angle appears. That kind of attention is rare, and it shows how deeply the story impacted hip-hop fans. It's not just about one moment anymore, it's about legacy and perception. Industry watchers say what's happening here reflects a bigger shift. Controversy now sells faster than music itself. A tweet, a rumor, or a 30-second clip can make more noise than a whole album. That's why artists like 6ix9ine lean into drama, because the numbers don't lie. Chaos gets clicks. But with that attention comes a price. The same crowd hyping things up can flip in seconds if they feel it's gone too far. That's why so many fans keep saying this back and forth needs to stop before it turns uglier. Yet deep down, everyone knows the moment things calm down, someone's gonna light the fuse again. By now, this whole situation feels like a cycle that never ends. Drama, denial, reaction, repeat. It's the new rhythm of hip-hop culture online. What once stayed behind the scenes now plays out in real time for millions to see. Every post, every headline, every live stream keeps feeding the same machine. And both 6ix9ine and Lul Tim seem to understand how to move inside that chaos. One plays the loud role, the other keeps it low-key, but both benefit from the noise. It's a reminder of how powerful attention has become in this era where even an argument can build careers, shape reputations, and rewrite stories overnight. What's even more interesting now is how other rappers are reacting to the situation. Some are staying far away, not wanting to be dragged into any old tension, while others can't resist taking subtle shots online. A few even dropped lines in their songs hinting at the 6ix9ine and Lul Tim story, proving just how deep this topic runs in the culture. It's become a blueprint for how controversy spreads. One clip goes viral, another rapper comments, and suddenly it's a full conversation across the whole industry. Even those who claim they don't care are still tuned in because they know one viral moment can change everything overnight. Meanwhile, fans keep debating who's really in control of the narrative. Some say 6ix9ine is always 5 steps ahead, knowing exactly when to drop a quote or stir up talk to grab attention. Others believe Lul Tim's quiet confidence speaks louder because silence makes people curious, and curiosity keeps his name floating around without effort. Either way, both have mastered the power of attention. Even if their methods are different, the results are the same. Headlines, views, and non-stop buzz. That's what makes this situation so unique. It's not just about beef, it's about how fame and strategy collide in real time. Behind closed doors, label insiders are reportedly keeping a close eye on both artists. 6ix9ine's team knows controversy drives his brand, while promoters believe Lul Tim's story still holds weight in the streets. There's constant talk about potential interviews, collaborations, or even documentaries being pitched around their names. People might think the story's fading, but business minds see opportunity. It's no longer just a feud. It's content, it's strategy, it's media. That's how the game works now. The moment the audience starts talking, companies jump in to monetize the buzz. And this story, it's one of the hottest ones still making rounds. As new rumors pop up, 6ix9ine keeps finding ways to flip criticism into clout. Every insult turns into a headline, every headline turns into clicks. That's his formula. Take negativity, repackage it, and make it profitable. It's a marketing move that's controversial, but undeniably effective. On the flip side, Lul Tim's supporters admire how he doesn't get dragged into every online war. Instead of reacting publicly, he lets the internet argue while he stays focused. That contrast between loud and calm only fuels the tension more. It's almost like a chess match between two completely different strategies. At this point, what started as a simple disagreement about a verse has turned into something much bigger. It's about pride, image, and how people use the internet to shape their stories. Each side has their own version, their own proof, and their own supporters ready to defend it all day long. Every post adds another layer to the mystery. Who's telling the truth, who's capping, and who's just trying to stay relevant? Nobody really knows for sure, but one thing's obvious. This isn't just about music anymore. It's about legacy, strategy, and how far people will go to keep their names echoing through the culture. No matter how many twists this story takes, one thing's certain. The names 6ix9ine and Lul Tim always find their way back into the headlines. Whether it's through interviews, rumors, or fan theories, this saga refuses to fade away. It's like the rap world can't look away from the chaos, always waiting for the next chapter to drop. At this point, it's not even about who's right or wrong anymore. It's about how powerful attention has become in hip-hop. Every click, every repost, every reaction turns into fuel for the next moment. And if this proves anything, it's that drama still runs the game in 2025. If you've been following this wild story, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what you think really went down between 6ix9ine and Lul Tim. Your take might be the next one the streets start talking about.